Never been a fan of being realistic at all. I'm not realistic because being realistic for most people is just saying negative shit and continuously focusing on the outcome that you don't want to happen mentally and having the emotions that represent those fucking thoughts and that situation if you were to be in it. And feeling all of that shit. Having those thoughts and feeling those feelings long before the shit even happens. Before you even start the fucking thing. Before you even answer the question of, do I want to do this? So fuck no, if that's what being realistic means, I'm not a fan. Because being realistic only points out your level of perception and how you've come to see the world. It doesn't speak to the whole world, because the only shit that's true in life, the real truth, is that anything that you have deemed to be true in your heart is true in your life. Swear to God. This is why you have people that believe doing good gets them nothing but bad shit. They are not lying. When they do good, nothing but bad things happen. The problem is they think that it's like that for everybody. Wrong. This is why you have people who do bad shit and get nothing but good. And they think that it's like that for everybody. Problem is, people don't understand, it's not that what you're saying is true because it's true for everybody. The truth is that what anyone says is true. That's the truth. And then you have people be like, oh, well, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. You really never know. And I think that's a lie too. Because you actually do know. Because think about it. Nothing surprises you. Everything that happens in your life, you see it as, I kind of expected that. Like a dude that think all women ain't shit. He ain't surprised when he run across women that ain't shit because he knows that women aren't shit. He expects to see them on every level of his fucking being. Mentally, emotionally, shit. And then the physical follows the mind and emotions. What the fuck are we talking about? The women that walk into his life appear so that he can go, told you she wasn't shit. Who is he talking to? Who is he saying, I told you so to? Himself. This is the same thing as him looking in the mirror, saying what he see. The mirror reflect that shit back to him because he fucking know that it's supposed to be there. Quantum physics. You expect it to be there. You know it's going to be there. You don't believe. You don't hope. Bitch, you know that these women ain't shit. So when the mirror, the physical world, reflects that shit right back to you, your job is to validate it and say, ha, you exist in my life. You're real for me. Look at you. Yeah, whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop de woo. Justify it. Explain it away. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. So it can come back. And again, and again, and again. And the only way it changes is if when you see it, you go from, I told you my life was full of women that wasn't shit. Told you I told you. But instead of doing that, you must say, you gotta go, oh, bro, you've been thinking women been good and women is good out here. And you just dealt with a woman that ain't shit. How does that make you feel? Now you got to do the same type of bullshit you did the first time. Yeah, man, that's just one woman. That's just one woman. Or that lady must be having a bad day. Or just explain the shit away. Because that's what you do with everything else. The explanation, the proof, the logic, the reason don't mean a goddamn thing. All that matters is it enough for you? Once it's enough for you to make that shit a fact in your heart, that's the life you gonna live. That's why everybody got all this proof and evidence and logic for why what's real in their life is real. None of that shit makes sense to everybody. The evidence as to why you think all women ain't shit, that shit could be justified away and explained away by another motherfucker. The same reason you think all women or men are good, shit could be explained away. There's an exception to every rule except for the one truth, that everything you know to be true in your heart is the fucking shit you will live physically. You get what I'm saying? That's the only truth that doesn't have an exception. So that means everybody else who's saying that, oh, this is the truth, bruh, that's only the truth because you just explained it away to some fucking degree. You only using the evidence, logic, and reason, and math, and whatever you using just to convince yourself that it's okay for you to know this thing. I know women ain't shit because of whoop-de-woo. I know all men ain't shit because of whoop-de-woo. I know making money is easy because of whoop-de-woo. I know hard work works because of whoop-de-woo. I know you can be lazy and make millions because of whoop-de-woo. None of that shit matters. All that matters is, do you know it? Yes, for real, in your heart. You really know that shit? Like, that's some shit you wake up and go to sleep with all the time? Hell yeah. That's all that matters. I don't give a damn why. That's why a motherfucker could believe in God and he'll do it. Believe in the potato God, he'll do it. Believe in no God, he'll do it. Believe in yourself as God, he'll do it. Because the fucking ideas don't matter. It's the mechanics that make those ideas worth a fuck. So yeah, I'm not a fan of being realistic at all. Because when people tell you to be realistic, they don't know it. But what they're really telling you is do what makes sense to them. That's why motherfucker tell you, oh, you think you gonna find a wife in this generation? You need to be realistic. All that, let's rephrase that. Bruh, I don't see no good women in this fucking generation. I don't see none. And when I go deal with women, I also only see bullshit ass women. So in his eyes, you're about to marry a bullshit woman. That's real for him, but not for you. The same way if you tell a motherfucker that ain't Christian, if you do this, you going to hell. And he gonna look at you and say, no, I'm not. That's all of life in a nutshell. What's realistic to you or anybody else is one-to-one. What's realistic to you or anybody else is a one-to-one comparison of your ability to see yourself and what you think you see when you look at yourself. Whether you know yourself to be trapped, free, stuck, poor, ugly, fucking pretty, in a world full of bad bitches, in a world full of dangerous men, in a world full of love and peace, whatever. When people tell you to be realistic, they basically telling you, hey, this is what I see when I look at the world, and based off my eyes and my vision, what you doing look wrong than a motherfucker. And depending on your level of conscious evolution or in a level of perception, if your perception is underneath theirs in like profundity and experience, then what they're saying is going to make perfect sense to you. If your perception and experience of life is more profound than theirs, that shit's gonna sound fucking stupid. Like somebody that's not in survival mode. That's a higher level of perception based off somebody that's in survival mode. A motherfucker that's in survival mode tell that person that they should do something, that shit gonna sound stupid because this person is operating from a more boundless perception, which is what happens when you go beyond survival mode. And people in survival mode are not operating like that. So when that motherfucker tell you something, it sounds stupid. It's the same reason why rappers and people from prison say shit and inmates and criminals and dudes in the street go, oh, that shit sounds so real. But then people like me or people that never been to fucking jail or in the streets and don't got none of them experiences of life likely to have higher levels of experience, just statistically speaking. That shit don't hit. We learned that shit. They learned it at 25, at 8 years old. Common sense to us. So yeah, fuck being realistic. Increase your level of perception because you'll never have physically something that you will not give to yourself mentally and emotionally until it pops up physically. Because you only get it physically when you have given it to yourself mentally and emotionally consistently for a prolonged period of time. Because it only pops up physically because it was already there mentally and emotionally, and now it's here physically for you to validate its existence so that it can show up again. So yeah, fuck being realistic.